wonderful good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the group exhibit Hydrogen and Fuel Cells here at Hanover Fairground 2023. We started in 1995. Now we are in a new century. It's lovely to have you all here. Also, I'm greeting all our online guests. We are live streaming from the fair, so let me use some languages I learned here in our international fair. Bonjour, ça va? Ciao, annyeonghaseyo, ni hao, konnichiwa, assalamu alaikum. Okay, I tried. So if you know another language, teach me later. My name is Mona, I'll be the moderator. My guest is already here on stage, and I gave you a little hint where my guest is from, but we are going to discuss the leading the hydrogen revolution with compressors. So welcome with me on stage, my guest, Didier Gigandet.
Thank you, Mona. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you, Mona, for giving me the opportunity to be on the stage today.
It's lovely to have you here again. You were exhibiting at the fair last year,
Correct.
and this year you're here again, so this is good news. For those in the audience who don't know you and your company, could you give a brief introduction what you actually do?
For sure. Belonging to ENOGIA, ENOGIA is a French company operating in the south of France, in Marseille, and we've been in the business since 2009. Initially, we started to develop some turbine for ORC equipment. ORC is organic ranking cycle equipment, and we scale up our product range from a 10 kilowatt turbine up to 100 kilowatt turbine. So ORC normally is used to capture wasted heat and convert that heat through a turbine to electricity. So this is really the know-how of the company, the know-how. We are designing, manufacturing, and making the assemblies of the equipment in-house.
Well, this is fantastic. So welcome, ENOGIA, at the Hydrogen and Fuel Cell Europe. I'm curious, how do you contribute to hydrogen business then?
So since 2019, we developed our second product line, which are the compressors, which is based on a similar technology as the ORC, using a microturbine, if you like. So we started to develop a first project, and then now we're on with 4 product range, which can cover the fuel cell output from 20 kilowatt up to 40 kilowatt. So 40 kilowatt is not a limit to us. I mentioned to you, we have capabilities to go over that because we know how on the ORC turbine, but this is where we want to start from. Yeah.
All right. So, but now I really need to know, so hydrogen production, what are the challenges and where do you really come into play?
Well, the compressors, as you already know, is on the operating on the A-loop of the cathode side. So we provide the oxygen to the fuel cell. Our technology is a centrifugal technology. It means it has the limit up to 4.5 delta P. And we can cover mass flow from 20 grams per second up to 400. So depending on your need, we always adjust all the aerodynamics of the compressor to fulfill the best efficiency to the fuel cell.
By the way, Didier is also able to answer all the questions that you have. So just raise your hands and then I will come down to you to answer your question, yeah? Just wave a little bit and then I'll come down to you. All right, so in the fuel cell, you already mentioned that you are contributing on the anode side. Mm-hmm. We know that there's always a kind of, let's say, not say leakage, but there's like some residual hydrogen on the cathode side. This is kind of well, not a shame, but it's just a lost potential. I would just wonder how you deal with that.
Well, this is not something we have yet addressed. This is on the anode side. This is going to be our challenges for this year. We will be starting a new development on HRB, or recirculation hydrogen blower, for an SOFC 50 kilowatt too, which has some constraint due to temperature. But we know from our past Diversify experience, we have knowledge about low temperature as high temperature. We developed in the past some cryogenic pumps, for example, which has super constrained material demand. And we also developed a first compressor, which is 1.8 kilowatt compressor too, which operating in a pure oxygen environment. So material is definitely something which can be sensitive and very important for our HRB development.
That is interesting. So we see that your component is necessary. In which application fields are you already active?
Okay, so we can cover light mobility, heavy mobility, and stationary. Initially, we wanted to start on small light mobility, ultralight mobility with a 1.8 kilowatt compressor. Now the range is developing in the 45 range fuel cell output. So we have a 7 kilowatt compressor today. Then the second development we have ongoing right now, which both of them will come to production in 2025. This is for a fuel cell of 150 kilowatt for a stationary application, and that will be providing a mass flow about 230 kilograms per second at 2.5 bar.
Okay, and you mentioned the different fields, so...
Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So on field, light mobility, stationary, and in the year onwards, also we have ongoing development for the aviation as well.
Wow, so you are active in every field.
Not all, but
Yes.
it's already a lot, for the size of our company. Yes.
Yes. And who is your ideal customer?
I wouldn't say any names. Okay. No, I would say as long as we can have cooperations, find way to work together. As I mentioned early on, I think our aim is really to have a super good efficiency, isentropic efficiency on the compressor. So that requires really the fuel cell manufacturer or the integrator to provide us some good data initially. So the development can be, or let's say the aerodynamic can be adjusted to the needs. And this is my requirements, okay, is to have collaborations with the customers so we can have an ultimate good design.
And how difficult is that to work with in the it's not a volatile market, but rather a fast-changing, fast-developing market and rather young market? Because your core business comes from somewhere else. So I'm just curious what it is like to work in hydrogen.
It's a pleasant environment. I mean, people are very friendly, to be honest. So this is what is nice about this business. And this is also nice, demanding on innovations. We are an engineering company initially, so innovations really is our focus, and we want to continue to develop and innovate.
I like that you say that. I have the same impression that this is an industry, but it's kind of a young industry, right? It's like the startup of the industry, the hydrogen business.
Right.
Huh? Yeah. So what is your future vision, though, taking into consideration the development of the hydrogen industry? You probably did some anticipation, how the market is going to develop. How are you preparing for that with
That's
ENOGIA?
a good question. That's a very good question. So within the size of our company, we will need some support and some partnerships, especially on the industrialization. So that's what we are looking for, okay, today. Obviously, to scale up our products. I mean, the volumes are not that great so far, but we hope they will become great, and therefore we're looking for partners to become, let's say, supply at the industrial standards.
Are you ready for the large scale, for the mass production?
We're not yet ready. We should be ready by 25, yes. Yeah.
Which is perfect because the market is not ready yet either.
That's
but by 25 for sure. So it's kind of a match, and you are anticipating the future as well, which is great. So Didier, who should, if they come to your booth, what can be found there?
So on our booth, you will find the 1.8 kilowatt compressor. The one operates in oxygen environments. You will find a 45 kilograms compressor, which is ideal for light mobility. I did not mention about electronics because all our compressors need electronics to drive the motor inside the compressor. So you will see our inverter as well. It's something we have designed, not manufactured, but designed to our specification. And the last one is you have the 1 kilowatt pump which has been used initially on our project.
Can I ask you something? Because you are from a different country than Germany. I'm just curious, how do you perceive the industry development also regarding, we have an energy problem in Europe due to a war which is very unfortunate. I'm just curious what your personal perception is and the effect on the industry it has, maybe even on your company, ENOGIA.
Well, I think the challenge now is that the price of electricity is going up everywhere, which is a good thing for us selling ORC, because everybody is trying to, let's say, somehow recover wasted heat and optimize on electricity. So this is one solution we have for the transition. And fuel cell, obviously, will be the second one. So my view is that we still will be lacking electricity to fulfill all the needs of all the electrolyzer which everybody is building today. So it will be, in my opinion, it will be a constraint.
Is ENOGIA also concerned about decarbonization in Europe?
We are. Again, ORC is a solution for that. So it can help to save CO2. Sorry. So so we have solutions for that too.
That is lovely to hear.
Thank you.
That was Didier representing ENOGIA. If you have questions, you can either ask them now, and I'm scanning the audience, or you can have a private chat with Didier at his booth, which is D45/1, so D45/1. Thank you so much for having me here at Hydrogen Fuel Cells. Give him a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.